I'm looking quite oily. Hello? Okay. I look a little oily, but I think that's because I have my makeup on for a lot of the day. So let me just quick retouch. Hello. So like finalizing some details on here. Hi, good evening. Good evening, good morning, good day. Yes. Yes, honey. Honey, baby, sweetie, I want nothing but your love, love, love. Did I? Howdy, I'm very sleepy. Hi. Well, thank you for coming in, even though you're sleepy. And thanks for the like. We got a globe sparkle. And we got some new nails. You're gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you so much. We got some new birthday nails because, you know, it's birthday week. I showed these off like at least about a month ago. That I would be with these nails. What about your toes? Okay, we're done. We're done. Thanks for the like. You watch it sparkle. We love to watch it sparkle, baby. I saved a laughing gull tonight, and the furries are wild. And I got hella free shit. Happy birthday week, dude. Hell yeah. Hells yeah. So usually with my routine, right? Thank you, little monkey. 86K seconds is still frying me. That's so funny for no reason. So with my routine, right, on a weekly basis, this is what I've been doing for the past 4 weeks, right? So this is my current routine. I don't know how long it will last, but it is my current routine, and I find it pretty easy to keep up with. Nah, you done. Get cooked and act right. I appreciate your diligence. So every Monday I film a video. Every Monday I film a video and then go live on TikTok. I did not go live yesterday, and I did not film yesterday. First I had my second birthday dinner because I have one with my grandparents and then one with one of my partners. So that was last night. So I didn't go live on TikTok, but I don't think anyone really noticed. And it's not because I was out. I was actually here. I was actually back home by 9:30 the live time, and I still decided that I didn't want to go live. I just didn't feel like it. I just like, you know what? Let me just like have a moment, and I decided to watch YouTube videos with my friend for 7 hours. Yes. But I was supposed to film yesterday. I guess I just didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like getting out of bed. Oh well. So I filmed the video today. That's why we got a beat going on the face. I usually show up here barefaced. Goat YouTuber? And that was That was cringy. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Um, so yeah, I would usually film a video on Monday, go live on TikTok on Monday, and then I edit all week. You would get the thumbnail polls by like Thursday. It's your birthday week. You should celebrate. And frankly, if you don't stream Thursday, I'd get it. Also, like the stream y'all is free. Hell yeah. Um, but I do plan on streaming on Thursday. I'm actually very excited to stream on Thursday, because I will be going live until midnight, so that we can midnight my time, so that we can celebrate my birthday together. So, yes, I am going live on Thursday for sure, for sure. Mm-mm-mm. And donate and show love on Thursday. Woo, party time. Yes, yes, yes. I was supposed to get on Canva and make a new, like, background, a green screen background, today. That was supposed to be one of my products today, but I got sidetracked with, like, another set of things. Um, but that will be happening, and I did update my card. So if you like, click the link in the pinned comment, you'll see an updated card. It's not that much different than it was before, but I just played around with it today. Oh my god. So okay, if you're in my Discord, then first they got this crash out earlier. So I was filming my video today, and my mic was off. So I did like a mic test, right? And on my mic, there's a button that says like it's either recording or it's not. And I pressed the button. I pressed the button that said there was no audio for 30 minutes. So I like uploaded my footage to my editor, my digital editor, and I was like, "Where's the volume?" I turned my volume all the way up. There's no volume. I'm like, "Oh crap." So I just had 30 minutes of unusable footage. And so I refilmed it all. So I went from 30 minutes of footage to 27 minutes of footage because I already knew all that. The trauma of not filming or recording while making a video, RIP. Yeah, but it was a learning experience, and maybe it'll be easier to edit because I didn't screw up my words as much as I usually do when I record, so maybe it'll be a smoother edit. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I filmed my video today. So now my routine is a little off, but I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. Wednesdays I don't do anything. I don't stream or anything. Um, and then Thursdays, I stream on here. And then Friday, a video comes out. That's been the routine for 3 weeks now. I would love to keep that routine up. I like that routine. And then over the weekend, I write a new video. No, Wednesdays is kind of when I start writing a new video. Yeah, that's what I do. So that's my 7 days a week. 7 days a week right now because I am by force a full-time content creator. I'm having a blast. I like it. It's also like it's just it's a little stressful trying to figure out what the algorithm wants, but at some point you just gotta be like, F it, we ball. And I know I'm gonna get bored if I keep making the same type of videos all the time. I did get a comment recently talking about like more Monster High ships. That is a draft in my docs. I swear it is a draft in my docs. Like I have all of the ships lined up. I'm not even joking. I have all of the ships lined up. There's like maybe like 8 or 9. There's no content under each one, but there's a list of ships there. It's in the drafts. Um, right now I'm in my experimental era. I think trying to like just like throwing dirt at the wall, seeing what sticks, but also just like doing things that I genuinely enjoy doing. And as much as I love Monster High, I love Monster High, I will not be talking about Monster High for the rest of my, life. And, other interests deserve to be enjoyed. And like, I always thought, oh my god, my show's on. River! Oh my god, we got River, a little monkey, and chat tonight. Yes. Now I'm like mogging, is that what they're calling it now? Mogging at the camera? I sounded old when I said that. Oh, I also just ordered a cake. I just ordered a cake for my birthday. Um, it's gonna be a heart-shaped cake. I don't know if I want to share it though. Like that's the awful thing about it. I should just order another one. Yes, Zoolander. I feel like I should order another cake that I would want to share. But at the same time, like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Maybe I'll just get like some cupcakes. Like when I'm at the store picking it up, I'll just get some cupcakes. Yeah, that seems right. I think that seems fair. Hi. 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 That's a cute little emoji. I like that. What flavor cake did you get? Okay, so they had like two flavor options. But honestly, I'm feeling basic. I'm feeling basic and I got vanilla on vanilla. Cause God forbid I just want I just want a vessel for buttercream icing. And like chocolate's kind of been getting on my nerves recently, so I just got vanilla on vanilla. Sue me. Oh my god. So birthday dinner fiasco last night. Like okay, okay, that cake's all yours. Yay. I'm excited. Um so last night, right? My partner takes me to a restaurant. I first wanted to go to this like other one, but I didn't realize that they were closed on Mondays. So we went to this other place that had one of my favorite desserts, I guess, butter cake, which I just realized that I loved. Butter cake is literally just a cake that tastes like butter, and it has really like spongy. I was gonna say dough, spongy breading. I don't know. I don't know. It's very spongy, and I like it, and it's like sweet, and I like the texture. That's what it is. I like the texture. I like the taste. So we go to dinner, we eat, we're like, oh, this is so good. The restaurant's really good. But then we get around to the butter cake and I take a bite and I spit it out. Why do I spit it out? Because for some reason my texture issues yesterday sabotaged me and I was like, oh, I can't eat this. I can't eat this right now. It's like, and it's kind of not embarrassing, but it's like this is why we he drove 40 minutes. We drove 45 minutes to like the other side of town so that I can have this butter cake and I couldn't handle the texture. So I took it home. I ate like the ice cream on top and then I took the rest of it home. Because I could handle the ice cream texture, just nothing else. So that was the time. But then on Sunday, I had birthday dinner with my grandparents because I think they're gonna be out of town that the weekend of my birthday. And that's no problem. We went to a nice little dinner. My papa suggested this like champagne thing with like a sugar cube at the bottom. I don't know what it's called, but it was quite delicious. It was very delish, um, opulent, opulent. Um, So we usually go to that restaurant for like special occasions, you know, my birthday, my sister's birthday, my mom's birthday. So um so that was fun too, and the food was delish. I got like this steak that was like on special that day, creme de la creme, and then with a dessert, and they gave me a card. Yes, the restaurant gave me a card. I don't want to expose the address, but it was the Capitol Grill where they said happy birthday, and I got like a handwritten like note from the manager. Um, but you know, I think they know my papa because like they frequent there more often, so they very much respect him. So we were gonna have a good night regardless. Um, but kind of a fiasco about that night too. I was doing my makeup and I decided, I don't know why, to do my eyes first. I usually do my base and then my eyes, but I did my eyes first and it was looking drag queen like and not in a good way. It was looking clown-ish, not drag-ish, clown-ish. And I was using neutrals. I don't know how it ended up that way. I couldn't blend that well. I don't know. And so I was like, okay, let me take it off, start over. I'll like just do my base and then like some eyeliner, like, you know, today's look. And then I did the eyeliner and it was looking really crazy. And I'm like, okay, okay, I'm just not gonna wear makeup today. So I took everything off. Mind you, we leave in like 15 minutes. I took all of my makeup off again, um, tinted my eyebrows, put the gray contacts in, put on a little lip gloss, and I'm like, okay, that's gonna have to be enough for tonight. And it was. I still had a great time. I just like, my sister was like, "Oh, do you want any pictures?" I was like, "I'm good. I'm good." I know my nana's gonna take a couple pictures, and you know, that'll be that. It's not like I don't feel pretty without makeup, but I don't want to take pictures without my beat. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, I like my face. It's just like sometimes, most times, all the time. I just want to have my face done. You know what I mean? Like I want to have my face right. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was that. That was Sunday, Monday, and today with having to film twice, it feels like like retrograde shadow or something. I don't know. The full moon was over the weekend. All that hoopla and all and you know whatever. I'm just like, can I just chill? Can we vibe for like 2 seconds? But you know, it's not the end of the world. It's just like these like small inconveniences, you know. Oh my god, yeah, and then oh my god, then on Saturday, I'm like going back in time. Then on Saturday it was hair day, but then we go back another day. So Wednesday, I did not want uh straight hair for my birthday. I actually wanted pink and purple goddess braids. I want a pink and purple goddess braids. I'm not gonna get that. Yeah, reel them candid photos without warning, have us all look in a type of way. I get it. It's like, it's crazy because, like, the mirror is saying one thing and the camera is saying another, and one of them is lying. One of them is lying, and I'm trying to figure out who it is. But I wanted pink and purple goddess braids for my birthday. I have at least like 3 Pinterest pins with that hairstyle. And I was excited to do it myself, and then we went to the hair store to like get the hair, and I'm like, they don't have any hair. They had they had like golden brown, like, you know, honey blonde, yes. You know, like that Beyonce blonde. I'm just like, that's not what I wanted though. Like, I was thinking about doing honey blonde. That was my first thought, and then I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. Pink and purple braiding hair exists. I should just do that, but I guess it didn't that day at that store. So, fuck my drag. So So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just like straighten it or whatever. I don't know. And then, well, okay. The compromise for me was like, okay, I'll just re-dye it. And then what had happened, I re-dyed it, and like, the pink is showing up or whatever, but the purple looks just like it did before. So the purple hair dye is a lie. The purple hair dye is a lie. I should have just got another purple or buy a different brand, but I didn't feel like it. Or no, I didn't know. I didn't know that I'd have to, because I planned to do the pink and purple goddess braids, because I knew that that store, they always have they have every color of braiding hair. Not today though. Not today. And that, I don't know, that just really rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like that. So the pink shows up, the purple doesn't, right? Okay, fine. I'm blow drying my hair in the bathroom, right? The socket, like the electrical socket, just powers down, just goes out. I'm over halfway done, like blow drying it at this point. I'm like, oh, and sometimes it does that. Sometimes it just does that. It's an older house. Um, sometimes like the electricity is just like, oh, that's a little too much. And I was doing like high heat, high power, because my hair likes high heat, high power. It's like, so I'm like halfway through like blow drying like this one section. I'm just like, okay, so I like give it like a little break. I give it like 5, 10, 15 minutes to like try to like start back up, and it wasn't starting back up, and I was throwing a fit. I was crashing out. I was I was having a crash out moment. Like my blow dryer, not the one that I was using, another blow dryer that's old as hell. I like figured out that it like it wasn't working through the socket, and I threw it to the ground. Yikes, threw it to the ground, cracked it, fixed it. It's fine. It's fine, but it cracked. My mom's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, no, I'm losing my patience. Mind you, it's like 7 o'clock at this point. I started my hair at like 2 something. And it's not like it was taking 5 hours to do. It was what had happened was, while I was deep conditioning my hair, um, I just got really sleepy. My allergies were pissing me off. They were beating my ass that day. My allergies were like out of hand, and I didn't know if it was the allergies making me drowsy or the allergy medicine making me drowsy, which the allergy medicine had never made me drowsy before. So I was really confused as to why I needed to take an hour nap while deep conditioning my hair. I don't know. So that like really put a damper into wash day. And then I was like, well, I can't watch my show while I'm blow drying my hair anymore, because I need to go to the kitchen, and that really just pissed me off. So I just like quickly did everything else, and I'm seething, right? But I'm trying to like take deep breaths, and it's like not working. I'm seething, right? I'm like fuming with anger because I'm so impatient. Not only is this like not the hairstyle that I wanted to do for my birthday in the first place, but now the electrical socket is sabotaging me. I felt personally victimized, I felt personally victimized by the forces of nature that day, and the next day, and the day after that, and also today. So then I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna straighten it tonight. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow, because right now, in my state of being, in how upset I am, I cannot be trusted to touch my scalp. So I flat wrap my hair, and I go to bed. I flat wrap my hair, order a Chipotle bowl, and then I go to bed. And that's just where my mental state was. And then I wake up the next day. My makeup wasn't cooperating with me. So I just hope that this weekend goes well. If it doesn't, I know I'll. If it doesn't, I will, deep breathe, deep breaths, keep myself chill. I don't have anything very like set in stone, like this needs to happen at this time, like this needs to do this, like this has to happen or I will have the worst weekend ever. No. It's just like all of these inconveniences in a row, right, are going to make a person go a little bit crazy, you know? So I just hope that um things are smooth. And then I I like invite my friends to, everything that I'm doing this weekend. And then yesterday on the way to dinner, I get a text from one of my friends and they were like, "Is so and so showing up? Because if they show up, I'm not staying. I'm not going to be there." And I'm like I get it. I get it. Like you don't need to be forced to be around people that you don't want to hang out with, but at the same time, like I don't have drama with the same people that we have drama with. You know what I mean? And I don't know what really happened between them. I don't know what happened. Like I'm completely removed from it. I'm just like, can y'all just leave it at the door? Can y'all leave it at the door? Like God forbid, I just wanna be with my friends. But I do understand that's like sometimes, you can't be around somebody anymore because, there's a rift in the friendship and I get it, but it's like I get it and I'm like, but how deep is it? Genuinely. Genuinely how deep is it? Because I want to know and I want to understand and I want to be understanding. But I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm trying to think if like I feel that way about somebody. Now, one of our friends' birthday, like in the beginning of the month, I'd gone. I went and like I had a good time. And I think I told you guys on live and okay, I'm gonna repeat it again. But I'm gonna preface this by saying like yes, I am talking shit. Yes, I am talking shit. But we don't name drop. So if you see this and the shoe fits, like, that's your fault. I don't really care. I am talking shit, but like someone just smelled like cat, which is like not inherently a bad thing, but I am allergic. So I was sneezing my ass off the entire party. I was sneezing so bad, my eyes were watering. I'm like, this is insane. Like it's insane, and so I feel like maybe now I don't want to be in an area that person is in just because if their clothes are gonna smell like cat piss and I'm gonna be sneezing the whole night long, I can't be around you. I can't be around you. Sorry, not sorry. Like I'm allergic. I can't really do anything about that. And then at the same party, it was a karaoke party, and I suggested not cat piss. Yes, girl, cat piss. I was like, ooh, I'm struggling. I'm struggling. And what's so sad, this is like a little side tangent. What's so sad, one of my friends was like, oh my God, like, what if we like move in together? Like, I want to move like next year and I want to move to this area. And I know that you want to also move to this area. Like, do you want to like be roommates? And then I was like, like, I thought about it for like half a second. And then she was like, never mind. I have a cat. You would die. I'm like, this is true. So and nah, I was trapped on an elevator with someone eating peanut butter. And I'm just like, bitch, y'all know how bitches have, oh my God, I can't read. Y'all know bitches have allergies, right? And nah, with the cats, that'd be a no. Yeah. I'm also allergic to nuts, but it's not like, I'm not triggered by the smell, thankfully, or like even the touch, I don't think. Like, it's just eating it, actually consuming it is what, does it for me. So I'm not like highly allergic, but I am allergic. And I am allergic to cats. I don't know. Some cats really bother me and some cats don't. I don't know if it's like long hair, short hair. So I just say I'm allergic to cats until, I'm not sneezing. I Yeah, like I know at this friend's house who like said like, "Oh, like let's move in," but I have a cat, never mind. I've been to her house like quite a few times, and it's like not that big of a deal. I think it's because like they clean regularly behind the said cats. Um, but like I would like sneeze once, right, and I get it out of the way. I'd sneeze once like when I get there, and then once before I leave, and then like that's it. But then there are some cats, environments that I'm just like, fighting for my life. Oh, I can't even be in a small room with the stuff. But for real, when it comes to pets, folks can't play about allergies. Yes, it's it's gotten to the point where I think I won't want to date people who have cats or have a cat. You know what I mean? Because like um I had a partner who had a cat. I had a few partners that had cats, but like I had a partner who had a cat that would like every time I come over would like separate me and the cat, like put the cat in like a different room while I'm over, or something like that. But I would feel really guilty. Like I want the cat to be able to like roam free in its own house. So I don't want to be an inconvenience, but I also don't want to be fighting for my life. And yeah, long-haired pets fuck up all the homies with the animal allergies, sadly. Okay, 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 maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. And like sometimes I just don't want to take a Benadryl every time I go out. Okay, so yeah, that was a cat tangent, but I was talking about someone else from this karaoke party that pissed me off, and I had to leave the room. I had to leave the room because it just like I had to step out. I had to step out for a second because it was a karaoke party and requested like Bet on It from High School Musical, and I thought I would be singing it by myself. And I don't have a problem with like sharing the mic. It would be better though if people knew how to like alternate lines, you know? Thanks for the like. Watch it sparkle. It like if I could karaoke with people who like have I don't know, not karaoke etiquette. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. If I karaoke with people who had my same standards of karaoke, I think I would have a better time because alternating lines, that's sick. That's sick. Like we can both do the song, no one's singing over one another. Like you know, we can join in on the chorus. Verse one, verse two, together on the bridge. But people don't really like think like that. And when I like, maybe it's a little bit autism that like not I don't expect people to have that sort of etiquette, but I talk and preface a lot of songs with that etiquette. Like for example, I put on a song. They're like, oh, like let's like I put on a song, and then someone's like, oh, I really like that song. I want to do it too. I'm like, okay, like first verse, second verse, and they're like, what? I'm like, first part, second part, and they're like, huh? And I'm like, okay, just take it. There are times where I have like done a song at karaoke with other people, and they were like, it was like less of a duet and more of like just horrible like overlapping vocals to the point where I just like kindly put down the mic. Is that rude? I'm like, because like it sounds like you want to do a solo. You know what I mean? Like it sounds like you want to do a solo. I'm gonna let you have your moment. Is that rude? Am I the pro? No, I think that's a no. I think that's fair. I think I think it's fair. Like if someone's like, "Ooh, like let's sing this song together," and they're singing over me the whole time, like I'm like, "Ooh, I really want this part," and they don't give it to me, or um, we agree on our parts, but they don't know the harmonies. I think it's completely valid. I think it's completely valid to just drop the mic and let them have it. I'll go next time. Okay, pumpkin, it's okay. It's fine. We don't have to do this together. Um, This wasn't a group project anyway. But I played Bet on it, all right? And I didn't know that I'd be sharing it with someone. They were like, "Oh my god, who put on Bet on it?" And I'm like, "Okay, okay." And then we're singing it. I'm having a good time. We both put down the mics like after it's done. They're like, "Oh, everyone's having a good time." And then on the mic, I don't know why this person decided to get on the mic and say this. This comment, like, I don't know why she decided to get on the mic and say this, but she was like, "Why did two girls do a boy song?" Maybe because a guy put it into the machine and wanted to do it, and you hopped you know, your ass on the mic and butchered it. I see. I don't know about karaoke etiquette, but as a choir kid, conflicting sounds fuck me up. Exactly. Exactly. I'm also a choir kid. I'm also a choir kid. So, choir and theater. No, nah, that would make me leave at that moment. Exactly. Why did two girls do a guy song? Maybe because a guy requested it. So I stepped out. And my friend was like, What's wrong?" I was like, "I know that she doesn't know my pronouns, but she just misgendered me." She just misgendered me, but then made it like I usually don't mind getting misgendered by strangers. I don't care. I don't care. I know what I look like. I know what I sound like. I don't care. But in that moment, I was like, why is any of what you're saying necessary or relevant? I need to leave for a cigarette break. We did go outside to smoke. Yes, we did. I was like, I'm gonna crash the fuck out. So I stepped out after she said that, with one of my friends, and we smoked a little bit outside. We came back. We are like, okay, we're civil, but we know. And I don't remember her name, but I kind of remember what she looks like, and not that it's on site. It's not on site, but I just know, like, I just don't want to be around her. And then she also, like, I'm like spilling so much tea right now without name dropping. But she also said something else that like rubbed me the wrong way, so I just like kind of avoided her for the night. But I'm just like, hey, girl, these yo friends, because like this was my friend's birthday party. I'm just like, these yo friends, I'ma just chill, I guess. We got someone over here smelling like cat piss. Someone over here complaining about guy songs being sang by. She was the only girl on the mic, mind you. She was white. She was the only girl on the mic. Why did you? So yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Karaoke stories, man. It's crazy. It's like gotten to the point where like I'd rather do a typical duet by my damn self. If I could double up my harmonies myself, I would. I would. I would. But like that's why I love doing karaoke with my mom. Maybe it comes from my mom. No, I'm not going to blame her. I'm not going to put this on her. It comes a little bit from my parents and a little bit and a lot of it from myself. A little bit from my parents, a lot of it from myself. My mom would be like, "Okay, like if we're doing karaoke, if it's just like us, like in the house, if we're doing karaoke, no, if we're out also, if we're doing karaoke, whose part is who." One of the karaoke songs being Summer Nights from Greece. She's like, "Okay, I'll do the guys, I'll do the guy parts, you do the girl parts," because she's an alto, I'm a soprano. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. That's fun for me. That's fun for me. But you know what also? No, I don't think it's her fault. I think it's my fault. I think this entire like etiquette that I'm making up in my head is 100% my fault. And I'm fighting to be a wakey individual because my lower back is killing me so much, folks. Might start calling me Sleepy Gill. Bottom line, never exercise to the point of exhaustion. Do you have a heating pad? I'd say get a heating pad, ibuprofen, um, a nice juice, and and a nap. And by a nap, I mean like a night of slumber. That sounds excruciating, but I can relate to the back pain. My back is also killing me. So it's having me think about, like, okay, I'm 25 this year, 26 next year, we might just do a group dinner. You know? I'm getting tired. I think these made up karaoke etiquette rules are from myself because my mom was recently telling me about some early indicators that I was not only a theater kid, but like a little autistic. Heating pad on deck, and nah, I get it. Like harmonies work because all the singers are working together, and it doesn't sound like sis was. Clock it, clock it, and she told me some early indicators that I was a theater kid who was a little autistic. And she was like, yeah, like when we would like play, dolls and stuff, like as like a young child, you would have like kind of like a script and how you wanted playtime to go. And I was like, excuse me? She was like, yeah, like I would play a certain character and you would play a certain character, and when I said something, you would say, no, you're supposed to say this. And I'm like, let's start it, let's try again. And I'm like, and I'm hearing all of that, and I'm like, right. Of course. Of course, of course. So going into theater was quite easy because I'm like, well, yeah, of course everybody has their parts. Everybody has their parts and they should know it. And then going into choir and being like, everybody has, their part. I mean, you all are supposed to sound as one voice, but like the sopranos have their parts, the altos have their parts, the tenors have their parts. Like, know your place, know your role, know what you're doing, know what you're saying, know what you're sounding like. And that is something that was very important to me since a young age. Aren't most art-ish folks a bit neurospicy? Yeah, and damn, making me think of my littlest pet shop court cases. I My sister was a littlest pet. Sorry, I smell ramen. My sister was a littlest pet shop girly. I a little bit, not that much. But like I was never coerced into playing Littlest Pet Shop, so I never had Littlest Pet Shop court cases. But um, I don't know. I probably talked about this like last week or the week before, but I didn't grow out of anything until my sister did. So I was playing dolls up until I was 18, and that meant. But I actually did have a very fun time, especially with the DC superhero girls. I was having the time of my life with the DC superhero girls because I'm just like, let me be Harley, let me be Harley, let me be Harley, let me be Harley, let me be Harley so bad. And that was some of my funnest like playing experiences with Dwallies with my younger sister. And we I don't know, we so many amazing adventures as Harley Quinn. I think I made like a dress for her at some point. Like I really liked. Well, I liked the characters, so I liked having a doll of a character that I really really liked during those play sessions that I really couldn't get out of unless I felt like a horrible person. Yeah, yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. No regrets. Um, I feel like getting a Chipotle bowl. Like I literally like made dinner right before coming on. It was like leftover steak and eggs. I made steak and eggs in this economy. Damn right I did. And it was good. And now I'm hungry again. I'm hungry again. So, yeah. No, some pets were getting arrested and jailbreaking. It was sheer chaos. I believe that, yeah. Benefit of younger siblings and cousins, the freedom to enjoy childhood more. You get it. You get it. You get it. Like, yeah. Yeah, and then after that I was like, okay, yeah, like my sister like, packed up all her dolls, put it in the garage, and I was like, okay, then I guess I'm done with the doll thing. And then it never really left. Like I still really like dolls, looking at dolls. I don't really care to collect them, but do have an appreciation for the like designing that goes into like fashion dolls and all that, and like the the craft. Because like I used to make doll clothes and stuff, and the little tiny stitches that you would have to make. So like an underappreciated art form, I think. And damn, it really is snack or like second dinner time. Snack slash second dinner, and it's always like I always call it a snack, but it really is second dinner. You know what I mean? Like it's second dinner, but it's like, oh, it's like a little midnight snack. I'm like, no, girl, that's kimchi fried rice. That's not a midnight snack, homegirl. That's ramen with like seaweed with an egg in it. Homegirl, like that's not a snack. Even though that steak and eggs felt like a snack because of how not I'm not like starving, but because of the fact that I'm hungry right now. So that's that. I'm trying to think if there's like anything else to update or like rant about. I'm honestly I'm still not over karaoke etiquette. Like I have to like figure out if I'm the only one that feels that way. And that's why it was so fun to go like karaokeing with this friend of mine. Because when we did a song together, we knew what we were doing. And um, one of my partners, he also knows his parts. Like he knows his parts in the songs that we're doing. Like Bop to the Top. Oh my god. One time we did like it was like fun little friendly karaoke, and I probably told this story before, but I don't care. We did Bop to the Top, and we were like the first people out of like our friend group to go that night, and we did Bop to the Top, and he knew his parts, I knew my parts, and everyone was like, oh my god, like we didn't know that you kind of knew what you were doing. Like they heard like the intro to Bop to the Top, or like they saw that we were like gonna do Bop to the Top, but then they were like, they kind of like, ugh, this is a silly little High School Musical song. But no, we performed the hell out of that. It doesn't help that I know the choreo. Are we kidding? We're gonna bop. No, there are plenty of people who understand that you don't sing over folks and typically pick a part that you'll stick to. Okay, like there's gotta be like a community of people that like feel the same way I do. And like it's not like I never really get irrationally angry. Like it's never the end of the world because I go to karaoke very often. Y'all said hell no, we came to eat down. Exactly. 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 This isn't a game, this isn't a joke. They did that for the callback audition, alright? This is a callback audition. No. But like I don't think karaoke is competitive. I actually no. I don't think it is competitive, but sometimes I do get competitive, especially like with strangers or like people I don't know. Um because it was again at this birthday party where I was like, "Oh my god, part of your world from Aladdin." I was a little like tipsy by that point. I was kind of on one at that point, and there was like a friend in town that came to the birthday party, and we were like, wait, I was like, do you know this one? And he was like, yeah, I do know this one. I was like, okay, you're Aladdin, I'm Jasmine. And it ended up being like two, like there was a couple that was already doing part of your world, and I was like, well, someone There are two mics in here, so we're gonna share the mic over here. Thanks. Um, and I was feeling a little competitive with that in particular. I don't know why. It was the soju, if you will. I was feeling competitive, and I don't know who won. Actually, I won. And the reason why I won is not because I felt like I sang better or anything, because we were both on the same pitch. We were doing the same words, we were doing the same parts, so I don't know in that regard. But at the very end, I had held the note longer with a run. So that's what made me feel like I won. And what is, that's where we'll be. A wondrous place for you and me. Yeah. Or something like that. Or I went higher. Or I like did like a higher harmony. For you and me. Or I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but I know that like my singing partner was like, "You won." I was like, "I know." I don't know, like it's never ever ever that serious, but you like I don't know, I once had a boyfriend that did like was in like a pool league, like playing like the balls and the sticks and whatnot, was in a pool league and took that kind of seriously. So if I take karaoke just a little bit seriously, I don't think that's that big of a deal. I just spilled a bunch of tea tonight. I guess that was the vibe. I was just spilling tea. But sorry. I like gently tapped the wire on my mic and it did like that pop thing, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I'm excited for what the weekend has in store. I'm excited to eat cake. I'm excited to edit this video, and this video, if we go by the routine that I was talking about at the beginning of stream, then this video will be out on my birthday. But yeah, I think that is all that I have tonight. Um, what are y'all doing for Easter weekend? Okay, this is kind of out of character for me, but I'm going to church on Sunday morning. I haven't gone to church willingly in my life, ever. I have never gone to church willingly. May you continue to have an amazing birthday weekend and oop church. We save, have fun. Yeah, I Here's what happened. I was listening to Kirk Franklin and I was having way too fun of a time. I was like, ooh, I was just having a good time listening to Kirk Franklin. I was, throwing a little bit of ass, which is kind of crazy. I don't know if the Lord would approve of that, but I was throwing ass to Kirk Franklin. I started calling him Twerk Franklin. And I sent to my friend and I was like, I haven't been in church for 10 plus years, not gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah. I had like I was never I never grew up religious, and I only had to go to church when my grandparents wanted me to, which was very rare. Like if I was like spending the night over the weekend, we would end up going to church, but that's the only time I would ever go. Um, the Some of the vibes in some of the churches were off. Actually, most of the vibes in all of the churches that I was in were kind of off. But the last time I went to church, I think, was like 2 years ago, and it was with my grandparents, and it was actually a really, really cool service. Sue me, sue me. Like, the music was really good. They played music for most of the service, and then the preacher got up and, like, he spoke. about real world events that was going on. And instead of, saying to donate to the church, like they said to donate, they wanted us to donate to um, like schools that were nearby, like, and giving us like direct like links and access to those schools. So I felt like they were doing really good for the community. And they were talking, it's a black church, and they were talking about black people in Congress, and people that like black people that were just like elected to be in those higher government officials, and it's like stuff like that, like just like real stuff, with like a hint of the Lord. And the music was banging. Like I love live music, but the drummer that day was going so ham. So then, oh shit, real community work? Yeah. Well, all right. That's cause exactly, exactly. So, like, not all church is horrible or cultish. Like, I think my grandparents found a really cool church to go to, and I'm just like, hell yeah, hell yeah, I'm fucking with it. I'm kind of fucking with church, but like, it's mostly the music. It's like I love the music. I love the music so much. Some things I don't. It's not like I just like take what resonate, leave what doesn't. Like they were very accepting of LGBT people. You could dress casual. Like you didn't have to be like in your Sunday best or whatever. But I am going to church on Easter Sunday with one of my friends and their family, and I'm a little nervous, but I'm also excited. It's a black church, so I know the music's gonna be banging. So but yeah, after a weekend of drinking and partying, I'll get to go to church on Easter, which is also 420. But like my friend and the family, they all smoke weed. If we end up waking, baking, and going to church, that would be absolutely insane. But I'm not against it. I'm not against it. But that's the docket for the weekend. Karaoke Friday, club Saturday, church on Sunday. And the reason why I've been thinking about going to church ever since January, when Trump was inaugurated. Actually, I was like, I think it's time to just go to church. Like what else can we do but pray? That's what I was that's what I was genuinely feeling, and I kind of do feel that way now. Like I see like a smidgen of news, every day, and I'm just like, this is awful. This is awful. Is there a God? And so that's why I feel like I need to go to church. Now, you do not need to worry about my channel turning into like a religious thing, or like or anything, like I'm dropping Monster High because it's demonic or anything. Like you don't need to worry about any of that. I just need a little bit of faith. A little bit of faith in my life. I'm still a spiritual human being. I very much believe in that, but I feel like my crystals need to be blessed by the hands of God. You know what I mean? But yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight on my live stream. I go live every Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I will be live this Thursday, at least until midnight, so that we can celebrate my birthday. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys in 2 days. Yes, yes, yes. Have a good night, a good day, a good whatever you're having, and yeah, I'll see y'all guys. See y'all soon. Bye. Good night, y'all. Be well and safe, and have a good second dinner. Couldn't have said it better myself. Bye bye. Good night.